Hold up, big. Ooh, we are live. Yo,
Wow.
welcome in, YouTube people. So the only reason I'm hyped is because I'm with my guy right here, man. He's the spark plug, and he doing the boom, 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 and I'm like, okay. I'm back. So welcome in, my people. Thank you so much for tuning into the 21st episode of Hustle and Smoke. Believe me when I tell you, we're gonna have soundboards popping off. We're gonna have a lot of things popping off real soon, but we gotta save our dinero right now. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys for supporting. You see, my man Yamos is already with the antics, throwing freezer pops in the bong. What the fuck is he doing? He's about to do something crazy. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna let my man do what he do though. So real quick, I just want to get a couple things out the way, man. Today, I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram live. I will be doing this 100 milligram. This 100 milligram little edible right here. Y'all gonna see me pop it open in a few seconds, and y'all gonna see me like Homer motherfucking Simpson. Ooh, excuse my language, YouTube. Excuse me. Anyway, so as I was saying, so man. So real quickly, I'm gonna let the gentleman at hand introduce himself in a sec, but real quick, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Yamos for 20 first and foremost. I think he was the second guest on the Hustle and Smoke, and now he's the 21st guest as well. Like I told him personally, I like his energy. He's like almost 60 years old. You wouldn't know it if your eyes were closed. You understand what I'm saying? But keep your eyes open because you're gonna want to. He's a real sneaky guy, man. He gonna take your girl, man. I'm telling you, don't trust
You
Yamos,
gotta watch yourself.
man. But outside of that, man, I had to come back full circle, man. Real quickly to you personally, Mr. Yamos. I'm enjoying a lot of the content you putting on, man. I feel like you have a good mix of you said it perfectly, like your manic side with
Uh-oh. What happened? I think we're live, but I don't know what happened. Shoot, he left me on here live. I'm gonna stay on here, keep saying hello until Joey comes back. I'm just gonna take a hit. There we go. Get the little fire going. Cheers. Happy 420. Happy 512.
Oh, sheesh, man. I don't know what the hell just happened, big dog. But yeah, happy 520, man. Whatever, man.
Oh, that's
but
good.
All I wanted to say is that you throw in the manic side, but you also throw in a lot of knowledge. You throw in personality. You throw in, bro. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you this personally, bro. If I live to your age, bro, I want to have all the energy you got, bro. Not less. So. Not no more either. I ain't trying to outshine you, big dog. I'm gonna be on that level, bro. Because like I said, man, especially with these times we're in, man, like I'm sure it's somebody you know nothing about that really appreciates it, bro. So, man,
thank you very much.
Go ahead and introduce yourself now, Mr. Yamos 420.
Well, my name is Yamos 420. I'm an old school pot smoker with a new school attitude always because it's scientific.
You got an attitude. Yes, sir.
Because ganja keeps you young.
Yeah.
Ganja, marijuana has kept me young since I was a kid. I was younger than all the other people who were my age who were smoking marijuana. They stopped smoking marijuana and they turned into squares. That's what happened. I thought we were cool. I thought the people who were my age were cool, and it turns out we weren't. Because we stopped smoking weed, we started doing cocaine, we turned into yuppies. Remember that? There was this word going around in the 80s called the yuppies. Yeah, we grew these things called mullets and suddenly it got all into this really materialistic. And yeah, sure, you got to work and you got to do your stuff. But we were trying to keep up with our parents who had made this lifestyle, like this was the way you were supposed to live. And we said,
the lead's supposed to. Yes.
We're supposed to live that way, and we kind of turned it upside down and ruined it. I'm not exactly sure how we did that. But if we could get back into smoking the ganja again and just opening our minds so we could at least start discussing things. Everything is polarized right now. It's too polarized, and I think that maybe ganja might be a kind of a way for us to start talking again, pass a joint to somebody and say, hey, man, I'm really stoned. What do you got to say? Maybe we could figure out something new together. because I don't really see any other commonalities with the people that I am in conflict with right now, other than smoking a joint.
And real dope introduction first and foremost, my brother. I do appreciate you. Like I said, donating your time, giving your time to my little humble cause, man. And what I wanna double down and say that, man, you know what's crazy that you just said that? I used to say back in the day, brother, I want to say is as far back as sophomore, junior year of high school, I would literally say, bro, that if we got together and hey, YouTube, try not to flag me for what I'm about to say, YouTube. Try not to. But if we got the people that we were beefing with on a national scale, like let's say at one point Russia, at one point China, we all sat in a room and just had a big ass scythe, bro. It's so hard to think that we'd have any other conflict, bro. Because in the end of the day, it's like who out here isn't smoking weed? But that don't mean that everybody out here looking the same. You understand what I'm saying? So that show that
I think it's at least an open door. Just at least you get your foot in, and you can at least say, okay, hey, I'm out. I'm in or I'm out, but at least there was something there, because to just be out without any conversation that's not going to be helpful. But at least there's something, there's something, because right now everybody just kind of wants out.
And it's a willing, and for real, bro. And one out, I feel like I think of it very universally. It could mean a couple things, but if we talking about the same meaning, yes, people are, and it's crazy because, like, man, like I've been in situations, bro, where like, you ponder, you know what I mean? You think, you talk, whatever. But in the end of the day, bro, the grass is so much greener on that other side. Ooh, what you smoking on, big dog? What you smoking on?
What is this? This is Bubba's Wedding. 31%, 31.44% on the THC.
By the way, my man Yamos 420 is a veteran of the California area. I don't know what part of Cali.
California and El Salvador, Northern California and El Salvador.
There you go. So that's where he's getting his exquisite tree at in the motherfucking nice depths of Cali. So just so you people get a little context, I'm over here in Oregon, and I have my little cake ass 100 milligram edible. Shouts out to Sirius. Shouts out. We gonna just take it. Like, we ain't gonna half step, we ain't gonna double step. We just gonna. So, brother, so
I'm gonna put a blue one in here too. That tastes pretty good, actually.
Why exactly are we throwing ice pops in our bong?
There's a guy named Bong Marley. He puts cereal and all that kind of stuff. And number one, I like the cooling effect. I was just about to put ice in here and just come back and ice, and I saw the ice pops, and I'm not going to eat these. Too much sugar for me. But this tastes pretty good.
Like, is it like flavored? Like,
yeah, it tasted. It's kind of like smoking a blunt, like a cherry blunt.
Taste it. Like, come here, man. Pass it here, dude. I got it. I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna put a blue one in there too.
Man, I'm so behind, bro. I still gotta roll my little weed. I'm like, allegedly. YouTube, we're not smoking weed, YouTube.
No, we're
I'm gonna let you almost clean that up for me.
Let me see.
It's like,
we're watching the flowers grow.
Watching the flowers
grow. That's what we're doing.
Feeding the ducks, man.
We're complying with California law, with Oregon law. We're complying with our community standards.
Yes.
What else are we doing?
Hey, if you're not 21 or older, don't do the shit, kids.
If you're not 21, get the fuck out of here.
Oh shit! Nah, respectfully, that's a fact though. Because
I'm sorry, but if you're not 21, just please. And when you turn 21, fucking come back blazing, just blazing, literally. But if you're not 21,
I had to pour up a little Pinot Grigio. You know what I mean? A little.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, bro, I had to, bro. I know you from Cali and shit, so I know you into the wines and all that. So I had to pull up something on my own. I ain't gonna lie, it is barefoot. I ain't gonna stunt, bro. It ain't no fancy shit, but something for my Cali brothers.
Hey, whether it's fancy or not, it just gives you the same buzz. Well, actually, no. I think I did have a tequila that gave me a real different kind of buzz. That was nice.
Which one? If you don't mind me asking.
Which one? Oh, it was called Asombroso. Man, this tequila is so good. It looks,
bro, eso se oye que te da ahí mismo, loco.
¿Cómo?
Eso se oye, bro, que te da así, loco. You gotta.
It's almost religious. This asombroso, it's like in a bottle that looks like it looks like it would make a great bong. Like if you buy these, you could use them and make bongs with them.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it's an agave, and I swear to God, you drink this stuff and it evaporates before it hits your stomach. It's just like it's so freaking.
Oh, you said it's agave too, bro?
It's an agave. I believe it's an agave. It's called asombroso. Oh my gosh, just the best tequila.
Is it
better than Patron? I mean, I like Centenario, to be honest. Centenario, I don't even need a lime, don't need any of that stuff. It's
bro, I've been trying I've been fucking with this it's a basic one allegedly, but when my partner put me put me onto it, he was telling me that it's one of those basic ones, but you have a good time on it, and that's the Luna Azul.
Oh yeah. Sí. I mean, a bottle of Cuervo Gold.
Tú la conoces, ¿verdad, bro? All too well. I see you, boy. I see you. My boy Yamos, man. Yo, dude, like I said, bro.
Soy latino, man. Y los latinos, a las mujeres latinas no les importa la edad.
Loco, no, así
veo. No les importa la edad.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying,
y las mujeres europeas también. European women, they don't care about age. But American women do. So, oh well. Not my okay.
Yo con mi 25, voy a ver si pico algo para allá en Europa.
Sí.
Estoy en el Sugar Mama. Estoy.
Sugar Mama.
Oh, no, estoy en búsqueda. Oh,
estás en búsqueda.
No, sí, dime, bro. ¿Tú encontraste algo por ahí, bro?
Vaya. Hoy sí, mira, I got red, I got purple, I got red, I got blue in here. My bong water's turning blue, red.
Yo, I don't even know what to call that color, bro.
It's like a strawberry. Well, it's perfect.
It's the Yamo special, bro.
It's that strawberry. Yeah, it's the Yamo strawberry special.
Watch you come out with a fifth of Henny and just. I'm like, man, wait, hold on. Where did this Henny come from, bro? Like, are you a fucking magician or something? I'm like, man, like, hey, man, I'm just a fly on the wall, sir. But yeah, man, let's get back, man. Let's get back. So what I want you to talk a little bit about, right? So briefly, we talked about it before we got on the live, but when I posted the little the shit, bro, it's escaping me right now. But when I posted the little picture to let people know you're gonna come on the platform and stuff, it was Superpowers of CBD was the title. So can you explain a little bit on what exactly is that? Can you talk about some of the superpowers as well?
Yeah, first of all, the video was just like it was just like a making fun of, certain superheroes need certain catalysts to help them have their superpowers. I remember this one superhero when I was a kid. He was like an ant or a fly or something, fearless fly. He put some glasses on or something, and boom, now he had these powers. And so CBD is like one of those things that I would say could be almost like a superpower enhancing thing for the human being. Because first of all, it starts off being a cannabinoid, right? And the cannabinoids, which were discovered in like the whole this whole thing was discovered like in the 80s and 90s, that we not only do we have like a respiratory system and a digestive system and a nervous system, but it turns out that we have this cannabinoid, endocannabinoid system, that it has the same basic molecule as the marijuana. It's basically, the marijuana is called a cannabinoid and we produce endocannabinoids, so they just lock in right together. Right. Well, it turns out that this thing is called what was the word? It was called not homeopathic. It creates balance between you and the rest of, between you and your environment. So that if you're in a toxic environment and you start taking this stuff, it starts finding a way for you to find balance so that you don't get carcinogenic, so that you can actually fight off some of the toxins that are entering your body. And so that's like a superpower, man. That's
so. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, what I was gonna ask you. With that being said, would you say like, and do you think like it extends? Obviously, you're not just saying it to say it, but do you like wholeheartedly think that it extends to the literal meaning of the word as well? because me personally, being a bartender right now,
Mm-hmm.
I get to see all type of people. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like I was telling you earlier, people come in, you know, and they'll ask for Rick Simpson oil, and they'll tell me something along the lines of, "Yeah, man, you know, I've been using this instead of chemo. You know, the chemo was just beating the shit out of me, and you know, I started this RSO oil, and it's just sinking." And I think when those situations come my way, I just think like, man, like I came from a time where this is a plant, this is a drug, this is the worst thing that can happen to mankind.
Yeah.
So with that being said, that's where kind of my question stems from. Do you like consider CBD like a real life superhero? Like, yo, this is
Oh
like
yeah. No, even marijuana. Excuse me. Especially
so.
the
Go ahead.
CBD is especially important because when you take the Rick Simpson oil, it gets you stoned, and people don't like that. People, especially, you know, you have to start with this minuscule amount. It starts off like with a grain of rice. But if you
Not
have
even a fingernail.
if your body is compromised with some kind of cancer, then you need to be taking gram a day, a gram of this stuff a day. No ifs, ands, or buts. And so you
That
try
could
to
get a
break
little
it up.
expensive.
You try, and that's the recommended protocol. I'm not a doctor. I'm not making a medical recommendation. I'm just telling you what the protocol is for Rick Simpson oil that he recommends, and that everybody is taking for this, right?
Now,
And
is it Rick or Rip?
no, Rick,
Is it RIP?
RICK. And so
Okay,
the
okay. Just making
problem with
sure.
it is that they get too stoned, so they try to take it. You know, they take it through their mind. And so what the CBD oil does, what the CBD does is, if when you mix the two, it'll take that stony effect and mitigate it. It'll put it down. It'll damper it. It's like it's the perfect
Oh,
mix, so that the person who has to take this big amount, not only does it help you not get high, but it's also an extra helping of those endocannabinoids. And these endocannabinoids, what they have found at the university, I think it's the University of California here. I thought it was Baylor University. And what they were finding was that in terms of breast cancers, they're finding that with the very small, at the very beginnings of the breast cancers, they can actually stop those breast cancers. And you can go look that up. You know, it's
but
happening. It's in the research.
with products like RSO and stuff, or just willy nilly by itself?
No, that's the CBD. They're
Okay.
looking at, that's just the CBD. I'm saying, and what I'm saying is that if you put both the CBD and the RSO together, you have the best combination, because the RS this it's confusing with all these letters. The Rick Simpson oil gets you too stoned, and the CBD oil will help
Balance
it
it
so
out.
you don't freak out, because it basically just calms you down. And you'll sleep like a baby, which is the most important thing when you're sick with any of these things, because your sleep pattern, right at the very end of the sleep night, when you're starting to have your REMs, that's when your body naturally produces the chemicals that it needs to balance out, so that the
Throughout the
cancers
day.
just die away. Because people get cancers all the time, and then
Right.
your body just takes care of them and gets rid of them. But once in a while, it gets out of hand, and you need some extra help. And I think that Rick Simpson oil, just if you don't have, if there's nothing wrong with you, then what they recommend is you take a grain of rice a day, just as a regular, just as an upkeep. And so that little grain of rice a day, I use a grain of rice a day with the CBD oil, and bro, I sleep like a baby, and man, and I know I'm doing something good for my body.
Man,
And
okay. And that to me sounds like where it becomes a game changing type of situation, because now you're looking at it from, you're not just being a stoner, you're not
oh no,
dabbling with the taboo, quote unquote. You're literally trying to survive.
yeah,
And that's why to me, bro, like, man, bro, I fucking marvel at it, dude. Cause I'm just like, man, like we were conditioned through vapor rub. You know, anything that went wrong in the house, hey, vete coger el mentol, go get the vapor rub, go get the vapor rub.
yeah,
But now we're in a society where it's like, we're introduced to different things. We could still put like
Well, you have the pharmaceutical companies, you have the
There
drug
you
companies
go.
saying you got to use our drugs, and you have the racists saying, well, only people of color use those things, so we don't want to use that. And now they're finally starting to open up. But it's still not right that people of color are in jail while other people are investing and making a shitload of money in the stock market and starting to put, it's like we can't. It's not right that the big, Joe Montana and the big football players who are all in all this pain. Yeah, that's yes, they should have marijuana. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but as far as making money hand over fist, it's not time for that yet until the people who are in jail right now for simple possession or even distribution. I don't care if it's distribution of just marijuana. I'm not talking about other stuff. If you're doing guns and cocaine, you're fucked. But if you're just doing weed, come on, it's time to stop that and because this is medicine. If my grandmother would have had this at the end of her life, she would have had a much better quality of life. And I know for a fact that the last year and a half of being locked away and in fear and here and this saved my life. I know it.
Man, I am so happy you brought that up, bro. Because that was gonna be my follow-up sentiment. Is that how did it save you? You know what I mean? Like, I guess he was gonna say something along the lines of the pandemic and how we were all locked up. Not literally, hopefully not, right? But not literally locked up, but very much probably mentally, physically, whatever. But how would you say that cannabis saved you, quote unquote?
Well, I have certain problems that I need to be medicated for. And I have been self-medicating since I was a kid. If it weren't for marijuana, I would have taken their medications, which I know wouldn't have been good, or I'd be drinking alcohol. If we were doing shots right now, if we would have, let's say I've taken 2 bong hits, 3 of these, 2 of these, and those were shots right now, I'd be starting to get fucked up. And if I would have done this for the last 25 years, no, I'd be dead already, man. I'd be in jail. I would have killed somebody. I would have accidentally killed myself. Who knows what would have happened to me? But Budweiser doesn't make you wiser. It makes you depressed.
Shit, dude. So how how did you find the mental fortitude to? Because I'm sure even though as people we could choose to either pick up the bottle or pick up the pills or whatever, we could choose, but peer pressure is a thing. We're pressured from all type of demographics. So how did you personally find the mental fortitude to not resort to some of these other
during the pandemic? It's easy. The lifestyle just changed. My lifestyle used to be to go out on the weekends and on evenings and drink and get drunk and stoned and it was a combo thing.
Rolling Stone, boy.
Yeah, but it's like now now the alcohol kind of messes up my buzz a little bit. I mean, it's not that I don't like it, but it typically puts me to sleep. And it, unless I'm doing like some nice whiskey or something that's going to keep my buzz going. But if I do like 1 beer, it just goes up and down, and then I take a nap.
You see, and it's funny how subjective something like that could be, brother. Because I was getting ready to tell you that the licks kind of compliments my heart, man. If I let's just put it like this, big dog. If I was on overdrive when I was smoking bud and I was lit, let me get a drink in me. I'm on like overdrive.
Well, you see, there's a party element. We're talking about partying, and that's different, okay? Because I can't party every day, but I do party, and the party that's different. That's smoking out. That's different, but because I'm medicating, But when I party, there is a difference between being just stoned and then you're just drunk. But there's this perfect mix, and I haven't, even after all these years. You have to mix it right, or because you can make yourself sick. If you're like really drunk and you smoke, you're gonna throw up. I'm sorry, you're gonna throw up. If you're like drunk and you think, oh, I'll smoke something, you're gonna make yourself sick.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been the unfortunate recipient of some of those moments. You know what I mean?
So, but you're just learning how to what is my chemistry? Because there is a moment. It's like for me. My party is, I would say, 2 shots of tequila and joint, man.
Mm.
I mean, nowadays is the blunt, but I don't like the tobacco part, and I just don't like tobacco. Because I like, I hold my I'm still old school, and I hold my tokes.
No, yo no puedo, bro. And we go. I don't know if I didn't want to interrupt, bro, but we gonna get into that though, for sure. Because no, what you just said. I don't know if he was finished, so I didn't want to jump into it and get into it. But are you finished?
Because I don't want to hold a tobacco hit the same way I would hold a marijuana hit.
Oh hell no! But that's
because I've done it. I mean, I've done it. I tried it. I mean, I smoked for a little while when I was a kid, and even as an adult, I smoked for about 6 months porque había un culito bien lindo que fumaba, and so
Yeah, no, seguro, bro.
No te pendejo.
I get it, bro. But my thing with the bong is, bro. For example, right? I usually, if I'm using the bong, bro, there's no water in it. I'm putting the roach. This roach right here, not this one, not yet. It's not ready for the bong yet. But if I'm using the bong, it's for the roach, bro. I never to me, it's like it's harsh, bro. Like I can't explain it, bro. But people will swear like.
Well, I mean, look, I got good amount of water. I've got ice in there, and my hit.
I can't fuck with you, Yamos. You all-star status, man. Chill, man. I can't.
I can't cough because if I cough, it gives me a headache, and once I get a headache, it's like now it's not fun anymore, and I can't really smoke anymore, and I want to smoke, and so I got to balance it out just right too with the weed. So my technique of smoking, what I noticed with joints, I love joints because it's not a one-hit thing, man. From the beginning of the joint to the end of joint is a journey.
Yes,
that's the shit about a joint, man. It's just like you feel one way, and it takes a while to get through that thing. Sometimes you forget it's there, and oh shit, I got a joint. You spark it, and then you put it down, and oh fuck, I still got a joint. Whereas with the bong, this would very easily roll into a joint that I could enjoy for a longer time, but it's more harsh on my throat. I can't hold it as long. I can do like one joint. If it were the old days where I spent the day at a workplace, if I get a job again where I work out. Right now I'm still working inside, which I gotta get out, dude. The work situation.
You get out enough. You got that shirt on, boy. I know you get out.
Stop. No, the shirt. I put the shirt on for you, man. I put the shirt on for you.
Pull up on the senoritas right now, man. Shit, man. Come on, man. Don't be too modest now, Missy Yamos 420. Go ahead.
Es la latinada, man. Es pura latinada.
No te haga, bro.
It's that cosmopolitan.
Te conozco como el bacalao, bro.
El bacalao. Mi abuelita me daba bacalao.
Bro, I'm just saying.
But there was two kinds. There was one that tasted like it was good, and there was the other one that was like, damn, that's bad.
Now you know what it is? I've noticed personally because I'm Dominican, so I come from a traditional Dominican family and all of that. So what I've noticed is that there's a such thing as like getting some cheap shit and getting some good shit. So like I think what you were talking about, es como más salado, it's a little ruffle when you chewing on it. That's the cheap. Now, what you were talking about before, the good one, you gotta pay for that.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, shouts out to moms, because moms didn't pay for that a couple times back then, man. And I remember those days, man. I used to actually look forward to bacalao, and then she started bringing on that other stuff, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, there was one that was pretty good, and I can't remember which one it was, but one was pretty good, and the other one was like, yeah, this is not, no thanks, man. But now I know that stuff's really good for you. Because
you got like the whole fish oil thing, and because it's fish, bro, it's cod.
Yeah, the fish oil is like brain food, man. I didn't know that until just recently. It was like, oh shit,
bro. We weren't.
If you drink,
I'm not gonna say we weren't, because I think we're it's a little bit of a
hold on.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's definitely. Yo, you can hear me?
Your sound is bad right now.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's all broken up. It's all.
Yo. Let me know. Did there any changes?
It's like feedback almost.
That's very strange.
Something changed. You want to go out and come back?
Hold up.
And I'll just hold it here?
Yeah, hold up. Yeah.
I'll just take a hit. Well, Well, we take a station break. Okay, now we got no sound. Okay. I don't know what happened, man. Can you hear me? Wait, my mic on? Yeah, okay, my mic's on. I don't know. I still don't hear you, man. Can you hear me? Oh, there you go. Now I can hear. Yeah. Count to 3.
Can you hear me now, bro?
Yeah, nice and clean too.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I have to throw on the Bose headphones. Yo, shout out to Bose, by the way, man. Bose, baby. Get y'all some Bose, man. It might cost you a little bit more, but they're worth it.
I got some little Bose like this big in front of my TV.
Yeah.
The
speaker.
Little Bose, and I just crank that sucker up in the whole room.
Yeah, dude, the sound is retarded. But what was the last part you heard, big dog?
I don't remember, man. I'm getting stoned.
Man, hey, comment section, chat. Let's give a round of applause for Yamos, man, for holding it down.
I didn't even see anybody there. Oh,
nah, ain't nobody there right now. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, I see.
In general,
oh, I got you.
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, like, say what's up to Yamos if y'all feel so inclined. You know what I mean? But he's single, ladies, allegedly.
No, I ain't single.
No. Oh shit. Hey, YouTube, he's not single. So
no.
Go ahead. Anyway,
I am not a single guy.
I am married to cannabis.
No, I'm married to
for me, I don't. Hey,
yeah.
No, you shit, man. I can't speak on you, big dog. I know you killing the game, bro.
But see, the thing is I keep my life very very. I mean,
no. Yeah,
it's like it's like everybody on Instagram is basically using Yamos is that's a name that's not my name. Almost nobody I know uses their name on Instagram. You're anonymous there because you're
it's almost like a persona, allegedly.
Yeah, it's a persona, exactly. And I've been talking a lot about that persona because it illustrates what the persona is so well. Because we use personas all day with society and people and with our family, and it's like it's like an edited version of us that we do on a constant. But sometimes talking about it that way makes it kind of feel like what do you mean by that? When you look at your Instagram page and you look at the way you behave on there and what you take out and what you leave on and how many times it takes you to leave some good clouds and why you self-editing and how combed your hair is or how not combed your hair is or how angry you let yourself or how not angry you let, there's a whole bunch of stuff that is really curated. And it's the most obvious on Instagram. It's like if you want to you want to see your own persona. It's not for judging other people.
No.
I mean, that's why some people will go, well, you're so plastic. And it's like, yeah, you're right. It's not even plastic. It's electronic. It's like, I'm electric. It's like an electronic picture.
Yeah, it's like you moving your arm forward won't bring it through my screen,
Exactly. And even, the persona, I put on this shirt. I had a couple of different shirts, but one had a big pot leaf. And I thought, this feels like a party a little bit. I know, Joey, let's fucking party.
No, this is a party, man. Don't get it twisted,
party. I mean, you make me feel like if I didn't have a gig here in a while, I would be taking a drink with you. I mean, I like drinking. I like the feeling of I like that warm feeling. I like the happy feeling.
No, sí, bro, eso te prende. No, eso se entiende, bro.
Yo soy Latino también. I mean, you go out, in South America, in Central America, and it's drinking. You go out and smoking cigarettes. I never smoked cigarettes, but you'd always have a drink in your hand. I mean, it's just cheers and either beer or something. And if you weren't drinking, it was almost antisocial. I mean,
deep.
Really, it's a big part of the culture.
Deep, bro. That's deep, bro. Because before we get into that, I want to double down on what you started with, bro.
We're getting high.
Definitely Instagram. Instagram is definitely a cultivation of personas in
Yeah.
its essence. And in the end of the day, like, you know, because sometimes I catch myself like, damn, bro, you gave too much of a fuck about something you saw on Instagram. You know what I mean? And it's like, but because of the times we're in and how we're conditioned to, you know, it's people don't watch the Super Bowl no more. They go on Instagram and see who's winning. You understand what I'm getting at? It's like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it's a
That's
total
exactly
disconnect
what I
with,
mean. You just nailed it on the fucking. That's exactly right.
bro. It's
That's
a
that's how
total.
they're. That
Real quickly, real quickly, real quick. I'm like, I got this. It's a total disconnect with regular functions, bro. Like shit that in middle school, like we wasn't texting our bros like, hey, come over. Like we went over and knocked on somebody's door, somebody mama door, like, hey, can yada 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 come out. And now it's like if a motherfucker don't get a FaceTime call or something, he feels like he out of the loop. And it's like, man, like, you know, I agree with you that it's such a disconnect, bro. And it's like, you know, like I said, I can't sound too righteous either, because, you know, like I said, I catch myself
this is the way how
sometimes.
you do it.
You know what I mean? But in the end of the day, it's like it really is a culmination of just a bunch of personas. Like it's people that I know personally. I'll see them on the gram all the time, and I'm like, I feel like I met them again through Instagram. And it's like, wow, like although like me, I can speak for myself when I say it definitely is layers to the character that is Joey on Hustle and Smoke, or Joey of anything that's supported that has to do with Hustle and Smoke. Is definitely a character, because in the end of the day, I know that you know, it's a certain Jonas Sequoia that comes behind all of this. You know, you still have to try to garner the following. You still got to try to make sure your voice is heard. So, you know, sometimes even and that's not to say sometimes I be in front of the computer like, fuck, I gotta write a description. I'm thinking about what to put together, because in the end of the day, I want it to sound like, or I want it to look like something
especially if you're getting high,
is acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh, Seguro, bro. That's what I'll say.
Because you get lost. You're just like, what was I talking about?
I'm not gonna pat myself on the back, but hey, you know, those descriptions, yeah. Hey, read the descriptions, people, because I do take time before all of these live streams to make sure that I put a decent description out. I make sure that I shout out everything. So definitely peep out the description. But in the end of the day, like I said, the way I'm shaping it is to what I'm told an algorithm could be. It's not necessarily, oh, let me just type TNK, LMFAO, LOL, and put it as a description, you know, and that goes back to the almost like the conditioning. You know what I mean? But it you know, to me, like it's a slippery slope, because in the end of the day, like, would we be on Instagram if we had to be the people we were on our 9-to-5 job? Would we want to be on Instagram if we were like how we are if we're on the train? I know I don't speak to a soul on the train.
Oh yeah. See, that's
I'm looking like a bully. I'm looking like a whole bully, man.
That's it. Is that there's also a shadow aspect on here, because there's a persona, but the persona that we're doing on here right now is a bit of a shadow. We hide this from the rest of the world. I mean, typically I have.
To an extent, absolutely.
That's why I haven't done. That's why I hadn't done all this before. I mean, dude, I put a magazine on the internet in 1994 or 5, something like that. There was no magazines on the internet. It was like pure. It was that HTML crap on some.
Lord knows.
You know, and it was like a magazine. It was like, and it was issues of this stuff. So I mean, I got a good. But then when it came to doing something for myself, it's like I didn't know what to do for me, as far as like something that was like, you know, because for as far as weed was concerned, I mean, I could have started, but I wanted to keep my job. It was like, you know, it was like who I am in public.
Company policy. Yes, sir.
You know?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You want to preserve this, but you know, it's
and that's the thing. It's like in the end of the day, like what I was kind of trying to bring home is that, like, even though, like, me personally, because, you know, in the end of the day, as people, we all got to sit down with ourselves on shit before we really wholeheartedly consider what the next perspective is, what the outside is doing. We got to take that time to sit with ourselves. So I sit with myself on it all the time. And like where I feel like the line is told is you know, we're putting on this persona, or I'm putting on this persona because I want to find a way not to have to punch that clock no more. I want to find a way to reach out to X amount of people and not have to actually be out there. Because look at the times we're in. You're not going to meet the amount of people you would have 2018.
Oh, no,
because
right.
obviously the you know, we going through our times. People is scared of death out there. So in the end of the day, I'm thinking like, man, this persona is what's really getting me to these different demographics. It's getting me to Mr. Yamos 420 in San Jose or wherever you at, California.
Yeah.
And it's getting me to, you know, when I was in New York, I was networking with people in Oregon. So it was putting me in these positions. So in the end of the day, it's like, yeah, maybe it is a persona. Because let me tell you a story real quick, man. 2-3 weeks ago, man, I'm at the chicken spot. I'm getting my little cake ass chicken fingers, French fries. I look to my right, it's this dude looking at me, and I'm looking at him like bro, like what's up? Like what you looking at, bro? You know, because that's just what it is. He goes, and then he looks at me, he goes, man, aren't you Joey from? I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah, that's me, bro. What's up? And it's crazy because like it was like a paradigm shift. It was like from the moment that he pulled up on me, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? And then I'm like, oh, she's just showing love. But because of the persona, from being not in front of the camera, I'm outside in my comings and goings. I might be ice grilling people because I don't know who the next person is if we're keeping it honest. But when I'm behind this camera, when I'm doing engagements that have to do where I have to represent Hustle and Smoke, you best believe I'm rubbing shoulders with everybody. Whether they find me annoying or not, I'm gonna let them know, hey, if you don't tell me to shut the fuck up, I'm gonna keep pressing it, because in the end of the day, it's a bottom line for me. You know, if I could get from point A to point B without having to talk to Jimmy the what the fuck, I wouldn't talk to Jimmy the what the fuck. Believe me when I tell you. And it's like, and it's crazy because, man, oh shit, I'm going off right now, man. I'm feeling it, bro. Let me have this real quick, bro. Let me have this. But it's crazy because people will look at that and be like, oh, that's a friendly dude right there. Oh, that's yeah. You know, whenever the platform gets bigger, yo, if it be the grace of God, it's gonna be a big platform. And I'm manifesting it. God forbid those times come around. I'm like, man, like, hold up. What the fuck? Now they think they could come up to me any type of way. And not even stepping away from me, I'm sure celebrities that could attest to that. To where it's almost like the fan in the situation think they're right because, hey, I'm just trying to get next to my idol, right? I'm just trying to motherfucking whatever the fuck. But bro, like your energy matters, you know. So it's a slippery slope, bro. Like that's definitely a very slippery slope there, bro. But with that, I want to ask you is, how do you counteract it though? You personally, like, do you find yourself constantly like checking yourself, like, yo, I gotta be this other person right now because I'm not in front of the camera, or yo, I'm in front of the camera?
No, you are who you are when you're. I mean, obviously, when you're by yourself, you're not talking on the phone. You're not, you know. I'm still myself. I try to be open about most of my stuff. Obviously, I've got private things that I would never ever talk about.
No doubt. Same here. Yes, sir.
Just like anybody else, that you know, that those are things that you tell your priest or your best friend or your shrink. This actually is pretty good.
I tell any of those, man.
You know,
shit, man.
And that's
I ain't gonna say too much.
What's that?
I said I ain't gonna take too much. I ain't gonna say too much, but I don't think I can even consult those people, man.
See?
Shoot. And they be that way for real.
You know what I started doing for real? I made friends with the fucking mountain. I just
let us in on that. Let us in on that, Mr. Yamos.
Because the spirituality that they taught me in school and that I learned as a kid was bullshit, because it just made me crazy, because it was about something up in the sky that was invisible. And the spirituality that I'm learning now is más de la tierra, más
the dirt.
You know, más it's the earth. Es más de la tierra. It's not so much. It's not so much something that was imposed on you. It's something that is more. It grows out of the earth just by the virtue of the fact that you see stuff growing. You plant a seed and you get a marijuana plant. It's like, fuck. It's kind of amazing.
It's
We got a ton of tomatoes and cucumbers right now because we planted this. It's like, it's kind of amazing. You can see the you know, why is everybody so scared of this thing? You know, everybody's panicking because we're all scared. And yeah, we should be careful. And we should take all the precautions that we need to, but we should let go of the fear, because it's too easy to be manipulated when you're afraid. It's too easy to go bang and make people run the other way. That's just too simple. It's like it's like hurting people. Here's some. It's like, that's how sheep are herded. They're herded by a dog who just nips at them, and they're scared of it, so they go wherever the dog tells them. And you know,
it's like a blind following almost.
Yeah, and, you know, and what happened 20 years ago with 9/11 is now finally coming. I finally understood the whole arc that happened from 20 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. And now it's like all the stuff that's happened as a result of that moment, and it's now trying to close. And you know, it's like we're finally coming to the end of the longest thing we've ever been in war at. And people are upset, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? You know, Britain went in there, they couldn't do shit. Russia was in there for 20 years, we couldn't do shit. And now we went in there, and you know, it's just falling. And it's like and it was all for what? It was all for what? It was what was the whole reason that we went in there?
Real quick, Mr. Yamos.
Uh-huh.
I got my little cake ass silicone little piece right here.
Oh, is it time to do dabs? Is that what you're saying?
No. I ain't dabbing. I'm just showing you my little bomb, bro. Because I mean, man, I gotta put mine in the ring too, bro. It's a little cake ass one. I ain't gonna lie. Awesome. I got it for my birthday though. Shit.
All right, feliz cumpleaños.
But look. No. It was a while back. But listen, so this is
but I forgot to wish you happy birthday, so.
Oh, my man. I appreciate you.
We're all caught up now.
Yeah, this is what I do, right? We go. That's all, bro. There's no water. There's no bud surrounding it, and then.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh yeah, man.
I can't do what you do, it, bro. I can't explain it. You would think that would be lighter. Nah, it's not, bro. I don't know.
Well, maybe when you do these, you're doing too big. Because I take two big hits with it, and that's a little bit.
That's you though. You could do that. You could do that.
No, but I don't necessarily want to. You know, you see cats doing this, like I'm doing a gram, and it's like, why? Because you're only absorbing a little bit and you're blowing most of it out. It's like you could just chop that gram into little bits and just be stoned longer, couldn't you? Or I mean, everybody does their own.
Nah, bro, that's literally the struggle every fucking time, bro. Because logic be speaking to me just like logic is speaking to you, and I'll be like, "Fuck it, just roll it, bro. Just roll it all. Throw it all in the bowl, motherfucker."
Here's the thing: is okay. The part that always amazes me is at the beginning of the eighth or the ounce or whatever it is that you have.
Shit, usually it's like an eighth for me, baby boy.
All right, but then you get to the end, and now you're picking at the buds, right? You're picking at the buds, and you're starting to take them apart little by little, and you're still getting just a stone. I think. I mean, or maybe not. Maybe that's why you need the new stuff. But you know what I'm saying? It's like the way you make that last bud last. God, if I could start the beginning of my deal that way, if I could start, I can never do that. I can never do it, man.
That's the realest shit I've heard all week, bro. Yo, for real, bro. No cap, bro. That's literally my other struggle, bro. It's like, yo, every time it's down to that last eighth, I'm like, I'm using the scale, and I'm like, I don't want to put another nug on there. I'm like, fucking no, I gotta save this. But when I have a lot, I'm like, fucking let's smoke. Big smoking. I'm like, God damn. What?
You know what? Ideally, if I could really control myself, I would only smoke on the full moon and the new moon. So I'd get stoned like 7 days a month, so that I could get a tolerance. Really ripping stoned, because I love when you take a 2-week tolerance break. Fucking A, you get stoned as a motherfucker. I mean, you can barely smoke.
I actually don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I can't do it.
Damn, I can. Bro, I go. Usually, I don't know, bro.
I can do about.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
I can tolerance from about midnight to about 7 a.m. sometimes 9 a.m. if I sleep.
Because I'm asleep probably by that point.
That's it, man.
I'm just saying, big bro. Like, let's be honest, man. Oh, yo, real quick though, I want to clear something up.
That looks cool.
So earlier, yeah, man, you got a whole
it's
situation
like blue
going
and
on
shit.
over there.
Wait.
You looking like you got a whole cocktail in your bong, bro. Go ahead and live your
life.
life.
Oh shit, dude! I want to open up a place. I want to call it the Blue Buddha Lounge, man. I want to open up a place and where the bartender.
There best be
boom.
an invite for me whenever this place comes about.
Yeah,
there best be an invite for me, sir. I'm just saying. But anyway, so what I want to say to the YouTube people real quick. So that's not to say, so I know I said earlier, you know, if I'm outside, I'm ice grilling. So what I meant to say by that is that, it's a different energy that's carried when I'm coming and going and when I'm in front of this camera. So all I'm saying, that's not to say, I mean, hey, whoever see me in the street, show love if y'all want to show love. All I'm saying is that I'm a off rip look at it a certain way because I'm not used to that shit happening. One, I mean, what the fuck? I'm from New York, bro. Like, to us, that's weird. I don't know if I can even say to us no more. I've been West Coast for a little bit now. I still love New York.
Affected you.
Love New York though. I've been West Coast for a little bit, so I don't want to upset the New York folk. I still got love for y'all. My family's still out there. So, but the point is that, I just want to let it be known that, yeah, hey man, y'all see me, show some love. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm gonna approach it like, yo, I really don't know you from a hole in the wall. Just like if I don't know somebody from a hole in the wall, unless it's like a business setting or I'm at
know
work.
what it is? You know what it is that it's just like when you watch a television show. Sometimes I don't really captivate the idea as much as I think I might. Let me say that another way. Maybe I don't really understand how much.
Hey, take your time, bro. We got no cap, baby.
How much a video really impacts somebody, and how many times they watch a video, and how close people feel to you as a result of watching your videos.
Right.
And while they feel close to you, you have like suddenly you're inundated with like a whole bunch of people, and you're cultivating like little pieces of
Time out.
You're cultivating these small little, friendships. It's like with some people, you just, what they do. They just take a bong hit and they smile and they tell you what they're going to do today. And that's like all they do. And it's kind of nice to see that sometimes. And other people, they're going fucking nuts on there. And that's nice sometimes. And I forgot what the fuck I was going to say.
Nah, you was just saying how, people take a bong hit and they be ripped. They don't necessarily, I don't know what you was getting at fully.
No, we were talking about, and I remember we were talking about how you make the bag last. It's like, because I have a few of these, okay, a couple of eighths on me right here in my house. Everything's cool. I mean, I don't have more than that. That's just it. I just have a couple of eighths. Right. If I only had and because I have a few eighths.
Real quick, bro. Hey, YouTube, I don't got no more than a couple eighths in my house either. So that's all I'm saying. Go ahead, bro.
It's like personal use, okay?
Go ahead, brother.
But this eighth, won't last as long as that last eighth. You know what I'm saying? It's like that last eighth is going to last way longer than this first eighth. Because that last one just pulls apart.
How do we carry the mindset, though? How do we carry that mindset when it's in abundance?
Because look at that. It's like right here. Look, I could take this off. I could really play with this bud for a while. Look at that. And if you don't grind it up and kind of take it apart with your fingers,
put it a little closer to the camera if you can, bro.
Take it apart with like your fingers and shit, and then you take it and you do something like, here, let me show you. Hold on a second. Like when you're low,
this is why Yamos is on here, people. Y'all gotta
you do this kind of shit, right? You're like,
yes, sir.
Get the little bitty little pipe.
Damn, I forgot what mine is. I would have shown you mine too. Go ahead. Oh, whoa, damn, those buds were that brolic? They didn't look that strong. That's a good little hit right there, boy. Shit, I'm gonna take one too. Man,
That's another thing.
Don't fall off the chair, big dog. I saw that. It took you a second to get on the chair, big bro.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you hit the floor the same way you used to 20 years ago, man.
No, I even 20 years ago, there's hash hits that fucking knocked me on the floor 20 years ago. Where I go out in the back to go and take a hit, and I put some hash on top of the shit, and I, boom, duck down, crouch down, take my hit, and then stand up, getting ready to go back in the house, and it's like, wow.
Yo, those times, man, those fucking times.
I was in the yard, so it was cool, but I mean, I landed on my ass. It was like,
man, since we talking about quote unquote those times, man. Tell me about, do you remember the very first time you experimented, did it, whatever the fuck? Do you remember that time? Can you tell that story? Go ahead, tell that story, man. I'll tell mine after.
In a nutshell, just.
Oh, shit. Hey, man, if you can't talk about it, tell the second.
No, it could be a long story.
Tell the one you can tell, bro, because I ain't trying to have you say nothing crazy, man.
Basically, my dad smoked it when I was a kid. But I didn't. And then later on, when I was a teenager, my uncle was growing it. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was tomatoes. Who knew what it was? And then my friends in 8th grade said, that's weed. And I went, well, my dad used to smoke that shit. So on Halloween, it was my first Halloween that I did not go trick-or-treating. All right. I was 13 years old, and I'm not recommending it for really seriously at this point of the game. I would recommend it for anybody above the age of
21.
23, 24.
Really?
But, yeah, because I think before that time, you're developing personality, and you're developing how you're going to get on in the world, like your economic base.
Okay, yeah.
And it's a bit of an economic drain. It's a lot of an economic drain. So once you kind of get, the thing is wherever you hook into, you're going to get stuck there for a while. So you want to make sure that you hook into whatever job you're hooking into as a living into something that you like, so that when you do start buying weed and your money's running low, you don't feel shitty going back to some place because now you don't got any money and you have to be at work. So at least you're doing something that you like, because it's going to drain your money. It's
inevitable.
It's inevitable. But it's not that it's not worth it. I mean, it's a great high. It's a great medicine.
Bro, honestly, man, I stopped hearing people that try to tell me anything years ago, man. Because in the end of the day, man, I know that I'm not smoking a blunt because my lights is off. I'm not smoking a blunt because that rent ain't paid. So in the end of the day, if I spend this last little 40 on a whatever the fuck, that ain't nobody business but mine, man. Fuck that.
Well, I mean, I've had houses, I've had cars, and it's like, and each one has its own headache, and
definitely.
It's up to you whether you want to go for that lifestyle or not, or it kind of depends on your phase in life. And right now, at this phase in my life, I'm happy just having my gig and getting high afterwards. I don't really need a whole lot anymore. It used to be like I needed to be in some kind of social situation, but I'm getting pretty. It's getting. This is the wealth. This is the place where you find interaction. It's the place where you find friendship and reciprocity is during the lives. And it's not just, there's a time to do it by yourself so you can get some stuff off your chest. And there's a time to put one person and two people and four people, and then try to get as many people as you can on there, because it's like a party. It's like people really connect.
They need it, bro. It's needed, bro.
Yeah.
It's needed. Especially now where bro, it's such a paradigm shift, bro, to where I said it, man, I'm gonna have to go back to certain people from back in the day and really put hands on them or something, man. Not maybe maybe not literally, because my heart don't go that way, but let them know how, because I remember being the villain the minute anybody knew that I smoked bud, outside of people in my social circle, my peers allegedly.
See, that's the thing.
to the grown-ups, motherfuckers was Michael Myers reincarnated this shit. So in the end of the, even went to the point where like, you know, I had to hear it from moms every time I wanted to smoke a J. And it's like, man, like all I could do is think about a time where this was prevalent, where now it's like motherfuckers look at you crazy if you don't like the joint.
Yeah. But you know,
Like,
the thing is, like, for instance, I started on when I was 13, but I didn't have any. It was my only parent, man. The weed was my parent. Didn't have parents to like. There's nobody interacting with me. If somebody would have been like interacting with me and being like a parent to me and like talking to me and shit, that wouldn't have been an issue. So a kid's got to find some place to get some love, and this is Earth loving on you, nature loving on you, there's some kind of interaction there that I've. You know, now it's become a sacred. It's become a sacred plant. It's become a medicinal plant and a plant that I use for my rituals as well.
Nah, hold up, brother, man. We got a couple comments. We got Vincent Garzon, man. 18, nah, man. You gotta be 21, big dog. 21 or older. I think I already said it to 21 or older. I'm gonna definitely make sure I do that moving forward.
Yeah, just because.
Nah, yeah. Hey, man. Listen, I know what it is. I'm not out here pushing it to anybody that ain't no.
No, hey, everybody's got to do what they got to do, because I know what I needed. What you need is for your medicine, and even if it, I mean, people may put it down, and even people who are in the community, like myself, I said I wouldn't recommend it as a recreational thing necessarily. Definitely better than alcohol. If you have a choice, I would much rather that somebody who was underage experiment with cannabis than alcohol. I think alcohol is a dangerous fucking drug. Is a dangerous substance.
I concur.
It will kill you.
I concur.
You can overdose on. You take a bottle of rum and you drink that bottle of rum down, and it will fucking kill you. It's not an if, and, or but. You can fucking die. You can poison the shit out of yourself. You're gonna wish you were fucking dead. But with weed, you take 300, 400 milligrams, and you're gonna sleep all night. You smoke too much of it. Just, you know, it has a curve. It's like there's a way that you got to measure your high. You get high, and so now I know. I stop right there because I know if I go too far, I'm gonna crash, and I don't want to just crash. I want to play this game. I want to do this thing. I want to watch this movie. You know, you want to be high. You don't want to be burnt out. You know. And that's the thing. And with alcohol, you have to learn to temper yourself. And that, when you're young, is so fucking hard, because it's like how does this work? And you drink it, and it's so fun when you're young. I mean, geez, I lived in El Salvador, and there was no drinking age. So I went there for 9th grade, and the drinking age is. Hola, señora, aquí está mi dinero. You know, at the drinking age, mira, go get me a 6-pack. That was the drinking age. It's like you didn't, you know, I was 14 years old on a skateboard going to get a 6-pack and then drinking the 6-pack and peeing down the street. It was like with my skateboard. It was fucking hilarious. You know, it was alcohol.
He was a wild boy, man.
Alcohol, but it's ubiquitous in El Salvador. It's everywhere. It's in Latin American countries. It's how people have fun. You know, and it's not it's not to be bad. We never did anything bad. We weren't into, you know, we drove up, we went around with our skateboards and, you know, found the best places. It's like everybody else today. Just we didn't have skate park. We just had the road, you know, and, you know, we wiped out the same. I've wiped out on skateboards, skates. I've wiped out on motorcycles and what is it? The dirt, not dirt bikes.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, my parents didn't want me to have it because they knew I'd kill myself, which I think I might agree now. But my friends all had them, so I got on their fucking motorcycle. Yeah, and I fell off those fucking things too. I mean, it's
man. Let me challenge you a little bit on something you said. So you had said something to the tune of you don't necessarily recommend it recreationally. So my question to you is, you are a recreational user yourself, so how do you interlap the two?
No, I was saying for developing brain, for somebody under 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because the brain is still developing. So
I
I
thought
mean,
I had a point
that's a
too.
bit. That's my only real concern. I mean, if you need it for therapy, I mean, obviously, you know, everybody has to make their own decision. But at that age, the brain is still kind of developing, and that's why I'm saying it's like there's the developmental stages that, you know, and there's that age when you're in your early 20s where you're developing yourself economically. You're developing yourself how you make your living, basically, right?
Right. Yeah.
Whether you go to
Absolutely.
college or not, you're
You're still
establishing how
making
you're going to
those
make yourself in the
decisions.
world.
Yeah.
And hopefully you don't have any kids yet. You know, hopefully you wait until
Right.
you're
That's
like
a fact.
28, 30, 32 to have kids or something like that. You know, so by then you know you're living someplace. You know, you've been out of school, out of high school for 12 years or 14 years. So by then you kind of have your stuff together. But in that journey, it's like if you start smoking weed too soon and just if you can plan it yourself and you know about cloning and then don't worry about it. But as far as throwing your money away on weed, it's kind of like, you know, don't throw your money away on weed if you can buy a house and plant your own weed.
No,
You know,
that
but,
definitely
but
that point right there is definitely a hit close to
you
home
know,
type of point for sure,
but
man. That's deep.
you know, I'd rather.
And I mean, but you know, and in the end of the day, like the way I see it is like, you know, like how you say, you know, everybody got the power to make their decisions, you know, even if you grow up, you know, because I personally grew up in just a household with just my mom's, you know, I had pops. So
Mhm.
it was hard for her to tell me too much at a certain point because I'm like, man, I'm to me, I'm just smoking some, I'm still like, I'm just smoking some bud. But even back then, I was just like, man, I'm just smoking some weed. I ain't hearing nothing. And of course, I get talked to all the time. And it's like, mom's like, I'm just not trying to hear it respectfully. Because in the end of
You
the day,
know,
like,
if you would
huh?
have smoked a joint, if you would have gone, hey mom, yeah, I know you want to talk, but if you really want to talk, let's smoke this joint.
Yeah,
Then she could have talked to you about like not about weed, but about like something real, about like, you know, like when you go
in the
looking for
perfect
somebody
world,
like a
yeah.
relationship or how to get a loan for a car. I don't know, whatever.
A new
You know,
bond. Yeah, yeah, that's like a new
you know,
bond right
like
there.
something real, not, you know, and then she could feel what it was like to be stoned and go, well, you know, this is pretty good. My back feels pretty good, you
You
know.
see, I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket for the future, for sure, man. Because I never really approached it like that. It was such a disconnect as soon as it was found out, bro. That it was almost like, I mean, she knew I was stoned, and I just walked in the crib like nothing happened, man. Sometimes she'd suck her teeth, sometimes she'd say
Yeah.
shame on you, you know what I mean? But I still did what I did, you know.
Yeah. She's making an assumption on the way you feel. She thinks you feel one way and you don't. She's basing it on some story she heard from a movie or from her parents or
And
who
I'm
knows,
sure,
man.
and you know, the disconnect there becomes, you know, as you know, let's consider, you know, being still living with, let's say, your moms or whatever. You know, it was always that power struggle where, you know, yeah, I'm of age, and then she's still in my ear because, oh, you know, she feel like she could because, you know, I'm technically under her roof. You know, so that to me, like, that segue into like a bevy of things, bro. Like now, I mean, shit, I have my own crib in the whole other side of the motherfucking world, man. If she want to tell me to go to sleep at 10 o'clock, she could do that, yeah, but I'm gonna do what the
Yeah.
fuck I
See, and
want.
that's just it.
Hey,
It's
moms,
at some
I
point.
love you. Hey, moms, you know I love you, moms. But
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that if you watch it, because I know moms be watching, I ain't trying to say nothing bad about you, moms. Don't beat
Yeah.
my ass with
No.
you.
Everything's cool, mom. Everything's cool.
But all I'm saying is that now it's like, man, you know, but you know, the scrutiny comes behind all of that. You know, you know, it's days where I know I can't go out because I gotta be at the 9 to 5 the next day. You know, and I gotta make that decision like, yo, nah, it's cool. You know, I know this is lit, but I gotta decide to do A, B, C, and D.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. 18 years and old is an adult, and 18-year-old is also
Like I said,
is an adult. That's why you do what you want to do. When I was 18, I signed up for the draft because that was the fucking law, and I was going to college and I needed the loans. So I did it. I never got called up. But if you're old enough to do the draft, then do it.
so I
All
actually
I'm
don't
saying
know
is
if
that
go ahead.
establish yourself financially so that you're not giving all your money away to somebody else. Find your own land so that you can plant your own fucking weed and not give your fucking money away. That's the thing. And that's kind of like, that's what I told my kid. I told my kid to do it, and he did it. So if my kid can do it, you can do it. And you just got to know to do it. You just got to have somebody like, and it wasn't weed back then. When I was talking to him as a kid, I said, so that one day you can paint a room, God damn it, blue or black or purple, whatever color you want. You can put your drums in there. You can make all the noise you want because it's your place. And now I'm just telling you, because it's your place, hey, you can you can plant your weed and stop, or have your own grown room, whatever you want. It's your place. And
that's where it hits home, man, because I always held on to that concept, especially considering, like I said, man, I didn't really have pops to teach me the way, but like certain things, bro, growing up, like I just grasped on, bro, like certain concepts that like some, when you hear a certain thing, if you use your discernment, if you have some scruples about yourself, you're gonna look at it like, man, I might want to cling on to that. I know I ain't gonna use this right now, but it's in the back pocket for whenever I do, and that's really what I attribute it to. But with that being said, like I held on to that same mindset, bro. It's like, like how long was one gonna be smoking in mom's crib, knowing she don't like no smoke in the crib? We had to do it somewhere else because
now we got to get mom smoking back in the crib. You're not back there, but she needs to start smoking.
Man, hey, moms, whatever you watch, how I feel.
You know what you can start with? Send her some CBD bath bombs, man.
I've been thinking about that.
CBD bath bombs for Mother's. Don't even wait till Mother's Day. Don't wait for Christmas. Send it to her now. I don't.
On that. Yes, sir.
She puts them in the bath, and all her body won't hurt, man. She won't be high. She'll just be relaxed. And she need a bathtub. That's the only thing. She need a bathtub. But
I'm thinking,
it's a good introduction to it, and that way she can know that this was signed in legal. Yeah, hemp has been legal and CBD is legal, federally at a federal level and at a local level. So it can be shipped across the country. It just and especially as a bath bomb, it's obviously no problem. But even the hemp flowers, they'll usually come with little notices. So if the postmaster opens it, it says, this is hemp flower, which was signed legally. It has less than 0.03% of THC. So this is all cool. And that stuff, the CBD, that's the other superpower, is that the fact that it's like, it usually comes in a carrier like a coconut oil. So, all oils are good for you. For your bones, dude, when you get older, and even as you're younger, your ability to heal, and especially in your cartilages, in your elbows, in your knees, and the shit that you fuck up because you have accident, or you twist, or the stuff that gets stiff, it all comes from, you got to eat those oils. And the CBD oil CBD, it helps with the swelling in your body. So that's a superpower, not, for your body for its swelling to go down. All your ailment in that comes from that is an indication that something wrong in your body comes from inflammation. And so from a cellular level, this stuff gets into you, and it says, chill, let the inflammation, because the inflammation is what makes you pissed. It's what puts you in a bad mood. It's what makes you feel like, I need to smoke a joint, or need to take a drink, or need to take a pill.
Yeah, man. And it's deep, bro, because, from person to person, especially, you thinking about people in your immediate circle, you would hope that it's not somebody in your immediate circle,
Yeah.
And
but it's you. It's you, and it's your mom. She needs the CBD like now, and you can be a good son and be like, here, mom. Hey, that stuff is illegal, and I know you don't like it, but this stuff is legal, and this stuff is good for you, and that's your foot in the door. Because God forbid she should ever need the Rick Simpson oil. Let's start her on the CBD oil.
We're
she
not
won't
even
even need the CBD oil, because that's the start. That's her start. Get her on the CBD oil. Yeah. Taking the bath in it, and taking a few drops every day. Sleep well,
bro. I've definitely been in a year about it. I can't say that she's a lot more inclined to like listen now, because a lot of the laws over there is, they already, I think they're they're setting up to have storefronts anywhere from like next February to March in New York. So
hemp stores and CBD,
I think dispensaries, bro, they're legal over there.
Okay, yeah, but remember, your argument is that she doesn't like the marijuana.
Oh no. But all I'm saying, no. My point is that now that it's being ratified and all of that, she's more like she's listening more now. So, like I said, I'm gonna definitely put that in. Of course, bro.
Yeah.
But man, I'm in the belly of the industry, bro. It would be
definitely
a crime for me not to pass on everything I'm learning, bro. You kidding me?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Especially at that level, because she doesn't like the high part. But then you can start explaining to her that the CBD part is the part that that's the part that makes you feel calm.
Yeah,
the
THC
part has its thing, but the CBD part is like the, especially the sun zone, isn't it?
Hey, listen, I don't know too many details, but real quick, what I want to say is that she be having like little, not to put too much business out there, but she be having like little leg ailments and shit every now and then. So, bro, I agree with you. The CBD would be perfect, but it's like when you're trying to talk down an old timer. You know what I mean? Like, she getting up there and shit. She gonna hear me, but she gonna respectfully tell me I'm good, and I'm gonna keep telling her like, hey. I'm the way I see it, man. Whenever God, if it be the will of God, man, and shit go crazy, I'm gonna have a little property and have everybody out there, man. My mom's, she gonna try that weed shit, man, because I'm gonna grow it and I'm gonna throw it in some shit she eat, and I'm gonna tell her it ain't. I told you was gonna like the shit. I told you, man. Come on, man. It's steps. You know what I'm saying?
You are her son, so there's a very high probability that she'll like it. There's a very high probability that she'll like it.
Yeah,
because you didn't get those genes from nowhere.
Wow, you believe that, bro? That's crazy. You believe that?
No, that's science, man.
Nah,
that's the science.
With weed,
that's your genes. That's like a genetic code that says if you're exposed to this environment, you're gonna like such and such a thing. So in your genes, it says if you're exposed to marijuana smoke, you're gonna feel pleasure. You're gonna like this. That's in your genes. So it was your mom or with her father or her mom, somebody, it's in your genetic code to feel a relief from this. It's your medicine, but it doesn't come just from you. But
my question to you is, you're saying that exact point that you're making is proven scientifically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a scientific fact.
I gotta do my homework then.
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah, okay,
it's like the whole genetic code. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like the theories of they talk about alcoholism and drug dependence, and how there's drug dependence in families and family. There's, I mean, look at it from the standpoint of even karma. There's the behaviors that you learn from your parents are behaviors that you try to lessen if they're bad, but it doesn't mean that they don't get trickled down in some way. There's their abuses are a lot of times the abuses we perpetuate on our own kids, and that's hard.
I mean, it's like Jay-Z once said, shouts out to Jay-Z, man, sins of a father make your life 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? And it goes directly.
They don't give you no rule book, and the person who raised you was a fucking asshole. So you read some and you take some good advice and you take some bad advice and you do the best you can with it. And that's all you can do.
That's a fact.
That's all you can do, because they don't. There should be parenting classes. That should be like a thing in high school. Number one, so that you learn don't get pregnant. And guys, wear a fucking raincoat. It's not hard.
At all times, fellas. You got guidance counselors that'll give it to you for free. You got guidance counselors that'll give it to you
right there under the pillow. Right, and then as you're getting busy, right when you're getting ready, boom, you pop it.
Boom!
It's so quick, so easy.
Okay.
Man, it's and you gotta practice.
That's good game right there, bro.
Times you can slide it on, but man, there's no reason to jeopardize your future for getting laid. I mean, it's not when you're not ready for that. And that's what I mean. It's like if you're 18, do you want to have kids just because you're able to? I would say. I would recommend, just like I didn't recommend the other one. It's like it would be hard. It's going to be harder if you do. You should wait. It's going to be fucking hard, regardless of your fucking age. But it's going to be harder if you're 18. I know that. It's like a good age to be a dad is like like 27 and up.
30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
30,
27 up. I agree.
30,
I
yeah,
agree.
27
I
and
agree.
up. You know, and
Because
even
I feel
marriage
like,
for a guy, it's like 25 and up. You know, don't even think about getting married before the age of 25. The females are more mature, and it's just a different kind of
that's a
maturity.
whole different cat.
That's a whole, you know, and for that, I don't want to even speak into that. It'd be better if you had a
Yeah,
female that
absolutely.
kind of
Yeah,
balance
yeah, yeah,
that
man.
perspective
Hey,
out.
we gonna have that. So, oh, this Thursday I'm gonna have a young lady on. By the way, shouts out
See,
to the Bobby Way. We gonna
see,
have
that's
her
what I'm
through,
talking
man.
about. So you
Yeah,
already
yeah,
got
yeah.
it
But go
going.
ahead, man. I'm gonna bring this up, bro. I love that you brought up that point. I'm gonna actually take note of it in my phone and make sure I bring it up to around her way to see how that goes. But nah,
Yeah.
man, I wholeheartedly agree with you, regardless of the fact, man, because you know, in the end of the day, like we're not ordeal to the same situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your struggle ain't my struggle, but in the end of the day, like we all gotta find a way, man. And you know,
Yeah.
it's times like these where like you know you have an hour, you have a little bit of time to chop it up and
Yeah.
you know share the thoughts, man. Because in the end of the day, man, I know I ain't smarter than the next motherfucker. So if a
Exactly.
motherfucker wanna
Everybody does
teach
the
me some
best that
shit,
they can with what they got, bro. Hey, listen, my friend, I got an appointment coming up, so I got to let you
yeah,
go.
man, yeah,
But
man,
let's take a final hit here, and
man. Oh shit, I don't know if I
I
have
wish
too
you
much
well,
time. Go
and
ahead.
good luck on your new show, my friend. Here we go, live on YouTube.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too, my friend.
As soon as you
Okay.
take yours, I'll end the broadcast, man. Go ahead. Sign us off, man. Sign us off. Let's go. Hustle and Smoke 21. Let's go. Yeah.
All right. Peace,
Yeah.
my friend.
Peace.